What is the war that your grandparents fought in? The Korean War.
In Korea, United Nations troops push on in the cautious advance against the communists.
We're gonna learn everything about it today. What? This is the wrong outfit. Can't learn in this outfit. I gotta change. Fuck. Whoa, much better, isn't it? Yeah, woo, I feel good. Oh, still hot. Right, the Korean War. The war that your parents, not parents, probably grandparents, if you don't have really old parents, grandparents fought it because the war was 1950 to 1953. And if you were a fighting age man back then you're pretty old right now. You're probably over 70. Korean War veterans are actually dying right now because they're old, so if you know any, good for you. We're gonna find out all about it in today's video, but before we start, as always, this channel is afloat because of its one true sponsor, Rohje watch. Look at this magnificent watch. And I have a surprise for you because there's another one. What is this magnificent thing? Yes, they sent me another one, but I don't know how to wear it because the thing is at the wrong place and I don't know how to move it. And I'm gonna write to them, but it looks so good. Even if I can't wear it, I'm gonna put it on my wall and watch it and enjoy it. And I can't wear two watches at the same time. So can't you, so just get one. You don't need two. Link is in the description below. Finnish heritage on your wrist. This is what Rohje offers you. This is what I offer you here on this channel. Well, I am Estonian and they're Finnish and Estonian are brothers if you didn't know. Share the culture, almost share the language. Get the Rohje watch, link in the description below. And also we cannot skip the Patreons. We need to do this because this channel is not only entertainment, not only me reviewing these videos. This is work for me, entertainment for you, but there are people who actually keep this channel going by just putting their energy and their work into it. And this is Patreons. We have Jason Howard. Thank you, Mr. Howard. We have Jesse Klong. Thank you, Mr. Klong. And finally, we have Warren Klatt. Thank you for becoming a patron. If you want to support the channel, the links are in the description below. Become a member of the channel or a patron. But now, let's dive ourselves into the Korean War, my friends. The Estonian flag.
The Korean War, June 25th, 1950 through July 27th, 1953.
3 years.
At the end of World War II in 1945, Korea was freed from Japanese control. North Korea was occupied by the Soviets while the South was occupied by American forces. By 1948, the country was divided in half at the 38th parallel.
Nothing good comes from it if you divide a country with a ruler. You know, look at Africa's borders. Africa's borders were made by the wealthiest nobility in Europe. They got together in a big room and decided, boom, these are gonna be countries, and they just used rulers to divide the whole continent. And it doesn't follow national rivers, national borders, it doesn't follow ethnicities, and this is why we have genocides in Africa and wars, because people live in the same countries that should not live in the same countries, because the countries were made up by wealthy, rich, white nobility. And this is the same thing. 38th parallel doesn't follow any natural borders or ethnicities. War is about to happen, and this is the Korean War. Yeah, let's dive into it.
With the capitalist South ruled by Syngman Rhee and the communist North ruled by Kim Il-sung. The Soviet troops withdrew from Korea in 1948 and US troops withdrew in 1949. However, North and South Korea, as enemies of one another, would not accept the border between them as permanent. The North Koreans attacked South Korea on June 25, 1950, advancing across the 38th parallel. Around 75,000 troops of the North Korean People's Army defeated the Republic of Korea's army with success, capturing the capital city of Seoul, then occupying the whole of South Korea except for Busan.
So such a little thing, they occupied everything, they won the war almost. Just such a little, Busan and the surrounding areas were left unoccupied. They almost won the war, damn it.
This was a problem, as President Truman in the United States wanted to contain the spread of communism by preventing the domino effect. That is, if Korea...
Yeah, you in the USA, people viewed communism back then as a virus, as something that spreads. You need to stop it in any means possible. Invade another country in the third world. We need to stop the spread of communism. Well, if they could do the same with coronavirus, then it would... Yeah, thank you, USA. Do that, please. Stop the spread of coronavirus. There's no communism threat anymore.
Fell, so would other countries to the ideology. South Korea appealed for support, and the United States pushed a resolution through the United Nations Security Council. The USSR did not use its veto power, as it was boycotting the council because the new communist China was not accepted. In China's seat was the pro-US Chinese nationalist government of Taiwan. An appeal was—
Wait a minute, this is a big thing we talked about here. In the UN, you can veto any decisions by just saying no to it, and they can't allow it to pass. But the Soviet Union was boycotting at the right time, meaning they were not there to protest, basically. They were protesting and not, showing up, which allowed the US to push through this decision to go to war with North Korea. If the Soviets were present, they would have vetoed the decision, and we would not have a Korean war, or at least UN wouldn't have supported it. And also that China was represented by Taiwan, not the Communist Party, but Taiwan, which is pro-US. There was two major things right now that allowed this decision to go through in UN. Very big thing, although most of you, I guess, don't care about these tiny politics things, but they are the ones that make wars.
Was made by the Security Council for North Korea to withdraw its troops, but was ignored. As a result, approval was granted for a UN army made up of an international force of 16 nations to send help.
That's the outcome of these two small decisions, entire UN army. Hey, it's the Estonian Soldier Hat competition. We're back with new orders, new states of the day, new special people who got the hat. You will always have a special place in my heart if you get the hat. We share the same thing. I mean, how cool is that? On the other sides of the world. First of all, we have Sam Fernandez from Virginia, not West Virginia, just Virginia. Da 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 da, just Virginia. Well, Sam, you didn't get one hat or two hats. You got three. Because you're from Virginia. Virginians know their business. 3 points to Virginia. That's 5 for Virginia. Maybe it's the state of the day. Who knows? I don't think anybody will beat Sam's score. Or will they? We have Sean Nichols from Oregon. 1 point to Oregon, eh? Where is Oregon? You know, Oregon sounds like a season I would put on my potatoes or something. What seasoning do you use? I use Oregon. Yeah, sounds natural, right? I don't have Oregon. Oh, I do. Yeah. Found it. We have Christian Bevin, not Kevin, but Bevin. B with a B, like a banana. Not from USA though, from New Zealand. That's even further from Estonia than USA. As you can see, we don't have New Zealand as a country added to the list, so we're gonna do that. Mr. Bevin, way to go. I need black for this. Where's black? New Zealand. What? And now we had Mr. Bevin, now we have Kevin, finally. Kevin Nowak from Missouri, the Indian named state, Missouri. Yeah, people have written to me that if I do the rain dance after mentioning something native name, Missouri or Massachusetts or something like that, and I do the rain dance, this is offensive suddenly. Well, if you mention Estonia, you can do a rain dance, I don't care, we're natives also. I'm from Estonia, it's okay. Missouri, let's do the rain dance. I don't know if you do it like that, maybe. Where is Missouri? Where are you? Duh, I know it's in America, but where is it on my board? I don't have Missouri, I have to add it. Yes, I will. We're gonna add third line here for Missouri. Now, if any of you tells me I had Missouri and didn't find it, as it happened with the Estonian YouTuber Cup competition, I always added states that I already had and didn't find, because I'm not Google search, I can't find states even on these simple 3 boards. Well, if there are 2 Missouris now, good. The only state that has 2 names on it on the boards. And finally we have Jeremy Bethune. Mr. Bethune. From Nebraska. I heard the winters are quite tough there. Like Estonian, we share that. Come on, Nebraska, where are you? Nebraska, where are you? I don't have Nebraska. First order from Nebraska. Also, if I'm not blind, which I'm not. That is it for today. The state of the day is coming to me. Yep, Virginia, that's what it is. 3 points went to Virginia. We're gonna put the green line under its name, and then we're gonna find out one crazy cool fact about it. Oh, looks fancy as hell, my friend. Check this out. Virginia was known for its tobacco plantations, right? Virginia tobacco plantations. It wasn't always like that. At the first spot, the settlers wanted to make it a silk colony, and they planted all the silk trees and silk bushes. I don't know how silk is made, silk trees I guess, the silk plants, but fungus killed it all. Just boom, suddenly a virus, a fungus killed every damn plant, and they decided, let's plant tobacco instead. So if the fungus wouldn't have killed all the plants, Virginia would be known today as the Silk State. I think even cooler than Tobacco State. But yeah, here you go. Silk State, Virginia, not West Virginia, just Virginia. Get the hats, my friend. Through that you support the channel. Thank you for watching. I see the retention. Most of you click away while watching this Estonian soldier hat competition. You click away to the continuation of the video. Thank you for those who actually stay, because I put a lot of effort into these competitions. Thank you for staying and watching. I really appreciate it. Get the hat. Back to the video, my dudes.
To South Korea, commanded by General Douglas MacArthur. The UN troops, composed mainly of Americans, landed in South Korea in early July, but were soon pushed back on the defense by the North Korean forces, forming a perimeter around Busan to defend the line until reinforcements arrived in August. Now that their position was strengthened, MacArthur went on the offensive. On September 15th, the U.S. Marines X-Corps launched an amphibious assault at Incheon. The North Korean troops were pushed back on the retreat over the 38th parallel, and soon Seoul was recaptured along with the whole of South Korea by the end of the month. Now, MacArthur was to go beyond the initial idea of containment. Truman, worried of a Chinese response, nevertheless approved, and UN troops moved into North Korea on October 7, 1950.
That's the first and last time US and UN troops are in North Korea, I think, during the Korean War.
On October 12th, they captured Pyongyang, the North Korean capital, and then the Yalu River, which was the border with Communist China. China retaliated by helping the North Koreans, sending 250,000 Chinese troops.
250,000! Oh my god! Yeah, immediately as a huge communist government interferes with another country's business, there are thousands of men suddenly everywhere. Same happened with Estonia in 1939 when Stalin came in. 100,000 Red Army men just in our country, taking away our liberties and freedom. America, where were you? Where were you when we needed you? When blue, black and white needed preserving, where were you? It doesn't matter how strong you are, it's quite difficult to fight 250,000 communist soldiers. Not an easy task, even for America. They took North Korea. They almost, won, but then China interfered.
UN troops, overwhelmed by this new force, were pushed out of North Korea with heavy losses. By January 1951,
Boom.
Chinese and North Korean troops had captured Seoul. General MacArthur wanted to use the atom bomb on China and was dismissed for insubordination by President Truman, who went back to a policy of containment. In June 1951, more UN troops were sent to Korea, eventually driving the North Korean army to the 38th parallel and stabilizing the front. Now, a stalemate set in. In July, peace talks began, but a compromise could not be found. Meanwhile, fighting continued, and American pilots fought in the air against Soviet pilots using Chinese jet fighters and wearing Chinese uniforms.
Soviet pilots in Chinese jets and Chinese uniforms fighting over North Korea and South Korea against US fighters. What the hell? This is truly... It's like a world war only fought in Korea. Every major power involved. Yeah, it is. UN means every major power in the world on the west, and Russia, Soviet Union and China on the east. It's the world war without Nazis.
General Dwight D. Eisenhower took over as president in early 1953 and sought an end to the war. After 2 years of negotiation, an armistice was signed on July 27, 1953 at Panmunjom on the 38th parallel. A demilitarized zone was set up, which stands to this day.
I like it, fast-paced and doesn't give us too much information, but just enough to maybe watch another video, because this is quite interesting for me. There have been some soldiers who deflected from the North Korean, just running through the demilitarized zone and then jumping over the border, and South Koreans are there to just take them and pull them in and we are saving you basically. The demilitarized zone and the border exists till nowadays. Kim Jong-un is the dictator, and his sister, I don't know if you've seen her, she's the truly evil being. She looks a maniac. Kim Jong-un's sister. If she takes power, we're all doomed. She will press the button with when the rockets, fly away and destroy everybody. My friends, this has been the Korean War. Thank you for watching. Support the channel, get the hats, get the cups, become a member of this channel, get the watch, all of these things. You have such a long to-do list on this channel, I know. I apologize, this is how it is. It is how it is. Be back on the next video. I will try to upload more. Not easy for me right now, but I will try. On my better moments, I will shoot some videos. On my worst moments, I will just be laying on the floor looking at the ceiling. So this is fighting depression for me. Right now I'm having a semi-good moment. And this is a character. Inside I'm dying, of course, as everybody who has depression. But I can fake at least, as everybody does. Thank you for being here. And as always, until my next video, stay cool and bye bye.